You've left a high stakes conversation knowing your point was solid, but the tone, timing, or delivery created friction you didn't intend. You're not alone. High IQ leaders often move fast, think faster, and get misread because their communication doesn't match their mental clarity. That's where cue calibration comes in. It's about managing the moment, not just the message. And if this has ever happened to you, keep listening. Okay? And grab a pen and a piece of paper because you are going to want to take a few old school notes. Okay, why does cue calibration matter? Your tone, your tempo, and your timing are as important as your content. But when we're overloaded, overprepared, or understimulated, we slip. Cue calibration is the difference between assertive versus aggressive, clear versus confusing, engaging versus overbearing. So write this down. The room doesn't respond to what I meant. They respond to what I delivered. Now, which one of these trips you up the most? The tone, the timing, or the pacing? Usually, the Achilles heel is one of those. Let me know. So what's your toolkit for cue calibration? The first tool is the pause and pivot. Gives you permission to reset in the moment. Let me reframe that more clearly. Let me slow this down for clarity. This isn't weakness, it's executive presence in action. What's a phrase you could use to pivot if a message comes out too strong or too soft? So this is an external phrase you could use to pivot if you've come off a little too soft or a little too strong. Let me know what you think that phrase might be. Now, the second tool is tempo tracking. Match the rhythm of the room, then lead it strategically. If the room is slow and thoughtful, racing through your message loses them. If the energy is intense, showing up too flat makes you fade. Make a note. I adjust to connect, not to conform. So when I'm telling you to read the room, I'm not telling you to conform. Conform doesn't do anyone any favors. Them or you. Connecting does. Think of a meeting where you were too fast or too slow. What was the impact? Let me know. The third tool is the 3-second rule. Add a 3-second pause before responding, especially when triggered or challenged. It reduces defensive replies, improves presence, and invites clarity. What's one situation this week where a 3-second pause would change the tone completely? Now, this isn't about being polished. It's about being present. Cue calibration helps you de-escalate tension, improve alignment, and show up as a strategic version of yourself. Choose one meeting this week where you're going to apply one of these tools. Which meeting is your testing ground and what tool are you using? And I want you to let me know. You can let me know in the comments here. You can let me know in my DMs, but I want you to let me know. I want you to have that support, that moral support. If this toolkit was helpful, share this training with a leader you respect. You're not the only one who wants to lead smarter, not louder. And if you're ready to go deeper, if you want to map your unique leadership signature to your business, your team, and your vision, book a clarity call with me. We'll look at where your signal gets lost and how to lead with calm authority, not reactive energy. Reach out to me. Tell me you want to call. We'll make it happen. You don't need to change who you are. You need to align how you communicate with who you're becoming. Cue calibration is the start. The executive long game is where it scales. Let's go.